On February 22nd, 2018, my son, a full-time student at Robert Bechtel's alma mater in San Francisco, sent me a Facebook message. I'm fucking addicted to crack. In the next few weeks, his phone got cut off. He stopped going to classes. He stopped using the internet. I had no idea where he was. Through sporadic calls from borrowed phones, I learned I'm going to rehab. I'm almost ready to go to rehab. Everyone tells me rehab is like jail, not going to rehab. Living in SRO, punched in the mouth and tooth broke. Living on street. It's actually not that bad. Not allowed on BART anymore. Kicked in the ribs by a cop. Can you get me a room for a night so I can sleep without worrying about having my shit stolen? I just got out of the ER with an infection and I lost my antibiotics. I'm thinking about quitting. I overdosed twice. I got maced and no one would help me. I was on the street calling for help and everyone just walked by. I also learned addiction is an illness, not a choice. There's a line between wanting to get high and having to get high. There are angels on the streets of San Francisco. Addicts should be treated with dignity. The state of homelessness in San Francisco and Oakland have been declared a human rights violation by the United Nations. 2 days after the phone call from my son telling me he had been maced and no one would help him, his father and I boarded a plane to San Francisco. I went with a multitude of scenarios in my head, including, I don't see my son at all. I see my son, give him a backpack filled with clothes and a few dollars. He runs off, and I never see him again. We get my son medically stabilized, get him through TSA security without state picture ID, and bring him home.